Warning, TechBuzzed After Hours is not for the elderly, pregnant women or men, children, or those on their menstrual cycles. If you fit any of these demographics, please shut off your computer now.
Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of TechBuzzed After Hours. Your raw and unedited look into everything not technology.
I'm sick of your fucking terrible intro.
Thank you. That's a good taste of what you're about to get. We're going to talk about movies, music, games, current events, whatever we want to talk about. So let's get things started. I would actually like to start with a movie I just saw yesterday. I saw Man with the Iron Fist, directed, written by the RZA of the Wu-Tang Clan, along with help from Quentin Tarantino. And I have to say, this is the best effing kung fu movie I've ever seen in my life. And it takes the best aspects from Kill Bill, introduces them to the best kung fu aspects of Bruce Lee movies, and then puts the best effing Wu-Tang Clan songs as the soundtrack. It's like, it's mind-blowing how good this movie
What's the name
is.
of it again?
Man with the Iron Fist.
I'm glad to hear you say this because this movie in the trailers looked like garbage to me.
Oh my god.
Just in the trailers though.
It's
like
so good.
Like when I was watching the trailer, I was like looking at it the whole time, and like not until I got to the end part where it was like directed by Quentin Tarantino.
But it's not though.
Where I was like, oh,
it's directed by the RZA.
But that's how they market it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like
to get people to watch.
Like
it.
in the trailers I saw, like until you mentioned to me that it was directed by the RZA, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Really.
And oh my god, it's so good.
So,
it's amazing.
Now that I know that you like it, I'm really interested in checking it out.
Oh god. Like I'm talking like if you've ever seen Kill Bill and you know the scene where she cuts that dude's arm off, where she's like turn that down, please.
What is that? What was that?
Man with the Iron Fist, original motion picture score.
Oh, okay.
By the Wu-Tang Clan. Great. No.
I'm sorry.
Have you ever seen the scene in Kill Bill where she's kind of in like, I guess it's like a brothel or whatever, but she's like fighting all of the like the Asian dudes and then the chick in the schoolgirl uniform where she has that big morning star.
Yeah.
Like and at the beginning of the scene, she cuts this dude's arm off and like a gallon of blood just like spurts out of his arm at like crazy PSI. That's like that whole movie, The Man with the Iron Fist, and it's so cool.
It's like everybody has pressurized
it's
insides.
like it's like crazy over the top, but at the same time you don't think about it because the acting is really good, and like it's set in like imperial like dynastic China, and based on the architecture and my art history / Western history background, I would say it's between the Ming and the Zhang dynasty.
Okay.
So Imperial China. Russell Crowe.
Is he good?
His character's so cool.
Okay.
His I'll just give you one like hint, and his name in the movie is Jackknife. And
That's kind of awesome, actually.
And his weapon is one of the coolest movie weapons I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. I was worried about him in this kind of movie at first.
He's actually pretty cool.
Okay.
As I was actually really worried because he's gotten fat, and it's obvious in this movie he got fat.
Wait, who?
Russell Crowe.
Oh god.
He got fat, but he's
That's
cool
sad.
in this movie. He's like they said it like a couple times. He's like an English hired government agent. They don't really say like why he's in China at the time.
Yeah.
Like they hint at it and whatnot, but he's in China and he's hired by the English government to do whatever. It wasn't really specified, which kind of annoyed me. But his character is really cool, and his weapon is even cooler.
That kind of feels like the kind of Tarantino kind of premise.
Like they leave that kind of stuff.
You're
out.
here, you don't really know why,
and you don't care, because that's the thing. Like until this point, where I was just talking about Russell Crowe's character, I did not even like care that I didn't know where he was, like why he was there.
Yeah.
I just knew he was.
Lucas is gasping at something on his screen.
What the hell are you looking at?
Why is that?
No!
I'm glad I'm on the other side of the table and can't see this.
What are you
Did you
looking
read
at?
the top?
No! Stop it! No!
I'm curious now.
Oh God! Oh no!
I've seen enough.
Did you see like the top?
No, I don't want
porn.
to.
What the hell?
No.
Oh.
That was terrible.
Man, good thing this is the after hours. Holy shit!
That was so weird.
What the hell? Where did you find that?
Reddit, dude.
What the hell? Hey, if you have an Android phone, get the Nexus 4 wallpapers. They're cool.
Yeah, they're really nice.
God, this is random.
I plan on downloading one of them on my phone.
Ryan, have you been playing any games lately?
I have.
What game have you been playing? Because I just played a new
Okay.
game yesterday, and I want to talk about it. But
All right.
go ahead, Ryan.
So I've been replaying a little bit of Mass Effect just because.
Which is like original or Mass Effect 2?
Original.
Oh, awesome.
Because I kind of love that series.
I like
want to start it again.
the Mass Effect 1 over Mass Effect 2.
I
I think it was
about
better.
that.
I think it was better.
Okay, in certain aspects.
Yeah.
But the real one I want to talk about, Dead Space.
Oh,
I
the
have
original?
been- the first one. I never played through it, and I'm playing through it for the first time.
So good.
And it is terrifying.
Yes.
That game is terrifying.
I almost said there are no more horrifying games than Dead Space, but you know what? I don't know if Amnesia is supported by OS X. You have a Steam account, correct?
Oh yeah, I do.
I don't know if Amnesia is supported by Mac, but next time Amnesia goes on sale, buy it. It is the most horrifying game you'll ever play.
So Amnesia on Steam?
Amnesia Dark Descent is the name of the game. And you know what? I think Dead Space is terrifying. Like the original Dead Space is terrifying. But Amnesia Dark Descent, and Lucas, you can agree with me, is the most
I barely played it, but yeah, it's terrifying.
I played it all the way through. It is the most... Have you been to the level where you're like kind of in the water, like in the sewers?
No, I haven't gotten very far.
Oh God, you haven't even gotten to the scariest part.
I'm sorry.
About halfway through the game.
How graphically intense is this game?
Like in terms of like what
am I
load it
gonna
puts
need
on your graphics
Am I
card?
gonna need a beast
No,
machine to
no,
play it?
no.
Okay.
This is actually an indie game.
Oh, okay.
Not yet, Lucas. I don't want to look at this yet.
No.
Because I want to continue talking about what I'm talking about. It's an indie game. It's not like, I would say, you like on this computer here.
Yeah.
You'd definitely be able to play it.
Okay.
On your MacBook Pro, you'd definitely be able to play it.
Yeah. Like gauge it by I could run Mass Effect 2 comfortably on my computer.
Hell yeah.
So
Amnesia Dark Descent, you can run on probably high, maybe ultra.
okay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like it's a terrifying game.
Oh,
like,
boy.
do not play it in the dark. Terrifying. And I'm
Oh,
not
man.
even joking.
It's more terrifying than Reddit.
Oh jeez.
What
No.
the hell? No! No, don't look at it. Spare yourself. Man,
No.
where are you getting this shit from?
I'm just on the what WTF section of Reddit.
All right, that's understandable.
Like,
God,
Pictures.
Pictures
on pictures on the
Stop
internet.
it.
oh,
Stop.
what is this?
No. Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't know what it is.
But stop showing me stuff from that. That's gross.
No, I'm gonna keep showing it to
No,
you.
that's gross. That game is terrifying. Actually, you have a Windows PC, don't you?
Holy
No.
shit!
Well, I just gave my Dell to my brother because he's out.
Okay, this
Are
is
you-
creepy.
Oh, that's cool.
But I mean, I
That
have
dude got stabbed in the face.
I have Windows on Boot Camp.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
saying. Check out another. All right. Okay. Okay.
What?
Oh, that's a cactus. That's a cactus.
Oh God, don't.
That doesn't even gross me out.
It doesn't gross me out. It's just like ow. But anyway, keep going. Sorry, guys.
This will definitely run. This is also a terrifying game. When you're on boot camp,
Yeah.
do a quick search for Slenderman 8 pages.
Are we gonna play Slenderman tonight?
Slenderman.
Can I just, you know what? If you guys want to huddle around,
I'll just start playing myself.
I mean, oh, you have it on your computer.
I mean, I'm gonna get it right now. It's a really small.
So the game is called what exactly?
Slender the 8 pages.
Slender the 8 pages.
It's a free Windows-based game.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the lore of Slenderman?
No.
All right, I'm gonna learn you right now.
Okay.
I have a feeling this is gonna go quite long.
Slenderman
It might.
is a mythological.
The beautiful thing is I
Well-
don't have to edit this, so it's just
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Slenderman is an urban legend. God, this Wikipedia is not doing me any help. But Slenderman is a mythological creature from origin. We'll find out.
Yeah, we gotta drink
But
that.
but they so this indie developer made this game. Slenderman is literally the scariest like cryptozoologist like mythological creature ever created. Oh, it was just like, okay, this is the worst part about it though. Slenderman is in no way like a mythological creature. It was just created by someone in the Something Awful forums.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's about like, all right. See this photo? Do you see this guy
Yeah.
like right here?
Yeah.
Like really tall, a lot of arms.
He's super
Just
creepy.
like really creepy. So Slenderman the 8 pages is, or Slender the 8 pages is a game based on this lore. And you run around looking for these 8 notes left in these like really dark, scary woods. At the whole time you're getting followed by this like, by the Slender Man, who's like this dude.
This
in
Slender
like,
Man who's just like this
really-
creepy, like
I
tall,
don't
like
even want to play it because I'm gonna get too
like
scared.
dark dude that's just in the
No,
background
no,
of
he's
photographs.
Like, okay, he's like, yeah, he's like. All right, I've watched gameplay of it, and it's like he's a really well dressed man.
Do we
He's
want to
like
just watch Day 9 freak the fuck out?
No, because that's just too long. He takes forever to
that's
play
true.
that game. He's wearing like a dark suit with a white shirt and a red tie, and he's like probably, I would guess based on like the character in the game, he's probably about 8.5 feet tall.
Wow, jeez.
He's he's literally just like a white blank face. There's no mouth, no eyes, no ears. It's just like a mold
Whoa.
of like a face. And so you find these pages, and as you find these pages, Slenderman gets closer to you.
Oh.
And you're like running around a corner and you're looking for the next page, and then like Slenderman's right there and you're like, "Ah!"
Yeah, it's creepy.
It's like it's a terrifying game.
It
but
sounds super creepy.
Amnesia is more terrifying than Slender.
Okay.
But so yeah, Boot Camp, get Steam.
Oh,
Amnesia-
I've got Steam
Yeah,
on Boot Camp. yeah.
Amnesia will be on sale in the winter, guaranteed. It'll be like $3.
All right.
Ooh.
I'll check it out.
You just have to
Speaking of
get it.
video games.
Lucas, what new games have you been playing lately?
New games? To be honest, I haven't had time to play any video games, but I am
Or just what games you've been playing lately?
Borderlands. But I am gonna be playing the living crap out of Halo 4 when it comes out.
That's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. I've been watching streams of it online because they actually had an MLG tournament about it today.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Who? What teams were playing in it?
I honestly don't even know the teams. I was paying more attention to the StarCraft
Wow.
stream, but I was watching it, and like right now I'm actually watching a stream, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Like
Have
I
you
would
been playing-
never think that 7-year-old hardware could run this game.
Have you? Wow, that's actually surprising that the Xbox 360 is that old because that game does look
Yeah.
gorgeous. Besides Borderlands, you've been playing anything else?
A little bit of Minecraft. Every once in a while, I'll hop into StarCraft. I don't have time to play video games
Yeah.
right now.
I feel like we're seeing the Xbox at its limits, though. You
Oh,
know?
it's been limited for
But but at the same time, like Microsoft is making the Xbox a viable option to purchase still. The 360. They have made it a media center. They're like you don't have to buy games for it. Buy it, put Netflix on it, put Hulu on it, put everything on it, and that's all you need.
Funny enough,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that recently.
Don't.
That-
You have a Boxy.
You have a
See, that's the
Boxy.
buy the new Boxy as opposed to a 360.
No, I'm not gonna even buy the new Boxy.
Really?
Why?
I've been considering it.
No, here's the thing. I already have an antenna.
I
already have a Boxy. Like, why do I need?
Okay, I have cable hooked up in my room.
Yeah.
However, we don't pay for the DVR in my room.
Okay.
So I just have I have the cable channels, like the we don't have basic cable. We have like the next step up,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have a DVR. So I've actually been thinking about dropping the money for the next Boxy to get that DVR option, the PVR.
Hold the mic closer to your
yeah,
mouth,
okay.
son.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out what this like jerking off motion. meant.
I was trying. Okay.
Okay.
He was trying to be
but-
subtle that you're just.
Well, he was
doing a
making
terrible
jerking
job.
off.
I was
motions.
jerking out. Yeah. Whatever.
So, like, I have the old Boxy, and it's great, and I have like good cable, and it's great, but I have no way of recording. So I've been thinking about dropping the money, buying the new Boxy, selling off my old one, and having that PVR/DVR function on my set-top box.
To record cable television.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's
No,
what
no,
I've
no.
done for a while.
And on
Let me
top
say-
of that, I want to finish this quick. The fact that like it really annoys me, like if I'm watching cable, because like late at night I just like to watch Adult Swim, and then I like might jump over to like the Nicktoons channel when they show like Rugrats and like Rocko's Modern Life and shit like that, like nostalgic stuff. I would much rather, and then after that, I just like to flip over to my Boxy and watch like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
much rather just jump to my Boxy, hit all my cable channels up, push 2 buttons, and jump over to Netflix. That's why I would consider paying, what is it, like $250?
It's $100.
Oh, fuck.
Wait.
No question.
The Boxy box? Yeah, it's
The
$100.
new
I thought it
new
was only
Boxy
$100.
box.
A whole. You're kidding me.
No, it can't be.
You're shitting
Because
me.
I paid $150 for mine.
I paid $175 for mine.
Well, I bought mine like, did you buy yours after I bought mine? I bought mine Christmas last year.
I don't remember when I bought mine.
Not only did I buy mine for $150, but I got a $30 Best Buy gift card when I bought mine.
I feel like I bought mine.
Yeah, Boxy
maybe
TV,
at-
$99.
It is.
You're shitting me.
It's $99. Now hold on though.
Wow.
You have to pay $10 a month for Boxy
Only
TV.
if you're using the
if you're gonna-
DVR.
online,
which I
online
would do.
cloud DVR.
But I would do that because $10
Here.
a month is totally worth
But
it.
let me put it this way. I don't have that much television to DVR because I don't really have
Yeah.
cable.
See,
For
I
you,
would,
I don't see an advantage over
But-
sticking
You
with
know?
your
but
current
for
Boxy.
me though, because I have that good cable and I
Right.
don't really get the opportunity to watch it,
Right.
I would pay $10 a month for that.
See,
I'd
I
have
can
a,
just, like,
yeah,
even
yeah,
after hearing all this, I'm still in the position where I wouldn't buy a new Boxy at all. I'm perfectly happy where I'm at, and I don't need a new Boxy. Like I I have the antenna for whatever new stuff is
Right.
is coming up on
Right.
the like NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox. Cool. And if I miss those shows, I can catch them the next day. Cool, no problem. And all the shows beyond that, I can catch on Hulu or Netflix.
I would actually not consider buying this because since we're in the after hours, because I torrent the hell out of most of the TV shows that I watch.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it this way.
I download everything.
Let me put it this way, internet. If there's a show that I can't get via, regular television or,
reasonably priced other ways.
Reasonably priced means
Game of Thrones, for instance.
Oh, I BitTorrented the hell out of Game of Thrones.
Yep. Which actually, I have HBO,
and
I pay for HBO. Therefore, I can download Game of Thrones whenever I want because I have all the rights to it.
But let me put it this way: if HBO offered up Game of Thrones at a certain price point, and they would just be like, "Here's the highest quality Game of Thrones ever, like 1080p, download it for this amount." Like a whole season.
Yeah.
A whole season of Game of Thrones, I would pay $20 for.
You know what? Which they
online.
do on iTunes, but they release it so late. Yeah. And the other thing is they have HBO Go, but you can't pay for HBO Go separate
unless you have HBO.
Unless you have to have HBO, which is absolute bullshit.
And let me go back.
Like, hey HBO, open your damn eyes and realize you could actually make tons of money if you just were like, hey, you don't have HBO? Pay $15 a month for HBO Go.
Let me go back to iTunes real quick. The reason I don't buy shit on iTunes is because iTunes compresses the shit out of everything they really put on there.
They do.
A 720p movie looks like shit.
But it
so
makes
compressed.
They have a good reason on why they do that.
Why?
Because they host so much stuff.
I don't care.
But you know what?
Netflix does the same thing.
I'm the person that has to. Yeah, but Netflix looks better than iTunes.
It does. That's what I was saying.
Like
that Netflix does the same thing, but their HD is like almost true HD.
It's almost 1080p. It's like
it's 720, but it's good 720.
I don't know. All I know is I watch Parks and Rec on Netflix, and it looks great. It looks fantastic. If I were to get the same stuff on iTunes, I'm not so sure about that. It looks kind of shitty. That's all I'm saying.
I would agree.
Like, it's like from the few granted, the experiences I've had with like iTunes movies / TV shows only extends like to about 2 years ago, was like the last time I played around with that stuff. And from what it might have been a year ago, but from what I remember at the time, it was like not desirable. Like, I didn't want to deal with it. Like, the minute I played it on any device, I was just like, this looks so compressed and bad. I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. I want the real thing.
I have never bought a movie or TV show or anything off iTunes, so I buy most of that stuff off Amazon.
Back in the early days, I used to buy episodes of The Office off of iTunes. This was like early days of like the whole TV thing just being possible onto, like, basically when TV was like only viable. You remember those days when like you could only get TV through iTunes? Like, Hulu didn't really exist yet. Like, that's when I bought The Office on iTunes for like $2 an episode or whatever it was, just because I wanted to see it. But now that's not the case anymore. I can watch it the next day.
Okay, remember, Luke, on our way here, we were talking about getting our name out as TechBuzzed Podcast.
TechBuzzed.
Shut up.
Fuck
you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Remember when we were talking about getting our name out on other podcasts like No Agenda?
Yep.
So I looked up the Jumbotron on My Brother and Me. Okay. All right. Let me preface this. So on our way here, we were talking about how No Agenda show.
Yeah.
With Adam Curry and John C. Dvorak.
Yeah.
they have like their executive producers where you donate a lump
Donate a
sum
certain
of money,
amount of money,
and
yeah.
you can get your name out on the show.
Yeah.
So we could like donate money as TechBuzzed Podcast and like get our name
Okay.
out on there. So I was listening to my brother and me. And they have like the Jumbotron where you can like donate money and your name gets put out on their podcast.
I see.
I looked at how much it costs. It's $100.
Wow.
I thought it was like
Okay.
$20, and it's $100
For
So you know what?
the Jumbotron?
Yeah, McElroy brothers.
Yeah. Sorry, McElroy brothers.
If you're listening to me, Justin and Griffin, I love you guys, and I love the besties. And my name is Russ Freshstick, and I know the best game of the week. I love the besties, but fuck you guys. That's insane. $100 for a message on your podcast.
That's a lot
that
of
I
money.
hate to say, but not a whole lot of
Wait,
people
wait,
listening
wait.
to.
That's not the besties. That's
No, this is
for
my brother,
and
me.
me.
And how many people do you think listen to my brother, and me?
A small amount, but
How okay compared to No Agenda by Adam
Oh,
Curry,
small
Adam
amount.
Curry, the Podfather.
That's my point. They have such a small amount of people that they need to ask $100 of somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
So
Because
Like-
that's the thing, like with
I'm on-
Dvorak and Curry, like
I'm on No Agenda's.
No
donation
Agenda can
page.
ask like $3 of people.
Yeah.
And like the amount of
But,
listenership
like,
they have would
yeah.
get by on that, you know?
you actually get named if you do the 69.69, which that's still $70.
That's
but
$70,
like I'm saying,
yeah.
it's-
But you can.
you're brought
No,
up
no.
on a somewhat.
If you plan your donation based on the date they record. So like say they record tomorrow, which would be 11, or like today, which would be 11/4, and you donated $11.04. You'd get mentioned
Yeah.
because it's like the date, or you donated $114.00.
Yep.
You'd get mentioned.
Yeah.
So maybe we should consider that. Try to get some outside.
It was
listeners.
something I'd think about, but it
Why
wouldn't be.
not?
It would not be until that we had the website up. We had
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
like down sound and whatnot.
You know what
So
you know what I'd love.
that's
to
why I
do-
was just kind of like,
I want to.
You know what?
I want to monetize TechBuzz, and I don't want to sound like Mark Zuckerberg here, but I want to monetize TechBuzz in some way.
It's just it makes sense. But we need to build the
The
thing-
brand.
We
Oh
need-
hell! You know what I never did during the podcast
What?
is bitch about branding.
Oh, we never got there.
So you finish
we
your
didn't get
statement,
anywhere in our podcast.
and I'm gonna bitch about
All right.
branding.
My only statement was going to be, two things. First of all, we can only monetize once we've gotten a website and everything established.
And we have to have like a listener base.
Correct. Yeah, we need a website. Period. That's just a given.
Listeners, I want to have your babies and love you, even if you don't give me money.
I'd do the same.
Lucas is a very loving
I would do
human
the same.
being. What was the second point? What was it? Oh, I remember. Okay, so I got very inspired today. I was reading a web design book. Remember, Smashing Magazine.
Yeah, Smashing Book.
I was
Which
reading,
episode?
I was reading Smashing Book number 3.
Okay.
Which
That's not the most recent, is it?
yeah,
I thought 4. Okay, that's right.
no,
That's right. You're right.
three,
you're right, you're
three,
right.
and then
Yeah,
they
yeah,
came out with 3 and a third.
Yeah.
So I was very inspired by Smashing Book number 3, and I decided we're going to make our website responsive.
Yes. Which is why I am designing all of our website with SVG graphics.
Yep. So it can scale to our
scalable.
needs.
Completely
Yep.
scalable, and it will not lose any form of quality.
Originally, I was like, our website is going to be fixed to a 1022 pixel width.
So
But here's the thing I read from basically the quote that got me onto the responsive web design train. Print media is a thing of the past, and that's when you knew what the size of your page was and stuff.
Right.
The web, by its very medium, is a flexible medium, and you need to design for that because the web is not a screen size. It's not a certain pixel density. The
Mhm.
web is the web, and you just need to design for certain heights and widths,
Right.
pixel densities, and that's it. That's what responsive design is, and that's what we're gonna do. So, there we go.
Are you on Facebook right now, Nick?
I am.
Okay.
I was just thinking about this while you're talking about that. I wanted to say, and you can discuss this with me if you'd like. I plan on designing what I envision right
Yeah.
now. Since we're hosting our site on Tumblr, what I envision
Right.
is a background, post boxes, regardless of whether video, picture, audio,
Yep.
and a box
Yep.
that will fit whatever size, and it'll scale to whatever size.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe an alpha of like 50 to 65% border around the box.
When you say alpha,
Like transparency.
yeah. Yeah. No, okay, I get that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I kind of get what you're saying.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
So say that again real quick.
Okay, so you have your background.
Yeah.
We're thinking, because we're hosting on Tumblr. We're
Yep.
thinking this. Then you have your post box, regardless of what it is, photo, video, text.
Right.
You have your
Post
box,
Yep.
and it'll have that style of background. So if it's a photo, you're gonna have like your photo, and there's still gonna be this like kind of chat style background, like with
So
20 some pixels
depending on the
around
post
it.
type,
Right?
different type of photo
No.
for the background.
It's gonna be the same background
okay.
for every post, but you're still gonna have like this 20 pixel border
Okay.
around it, and then around that is like a 10 to 15 pixel, just like a gray or like a light gray border that's like maybe 50% transparency
Okay.
around it.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I've been envisioning,
Yeah.
and I wrote it down.
Here's what I took away from this like book that I read today from people who have done this before. It's better to, when you're doing responsive web design, it's better to design at the atomic level. So you might be making a page layout, you might be looking at that right now, but
Right.
what might actually be better is to look at things individually by themselves. So like look at what our page background is going to be.
Right.
Just kind of like figure that out on its own, and like text post, picture post,
Because
photo post, all those kinds of posts
what I've like
and by themselves.
what I'm kind of envisioning is our background
Yeah.
and then the background of each of our posts are going to be extremely similar, if not the same.
For each post type.
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So almost the same.
So it just like it just blends.
So
Like,
kinda
I want like blending.
So the same CSS basically.
Right.
For the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of what I'm looking at.
That's cool.
But I want to get into what I
Yeah.
was talking.
That was a lot of web design talk.
Yeah. I want to get into what I was going to talk about during the TechBuzzed podcast for this week, and I want to rage about cell phone and.
Do you think I
tablet.
need my headphones hooked in still?
I mean, whatever you want to do. We could take our headphones out. It
Cell
doesn't matter.
phone and tablet marketing departments.
Because I'm trying to play Slender over here.
Because I am so damn tired of companies like HTC, Samsung, Motorola, and LG not knowing what the fuck to name their phones. What the hell is an LG Lucid? What is an HTC
Wait.
Desire?
A Lucid?
Yes.
That's the first I've heard of this.
You don't know what the Lucid is?
No.
Oh my God! Learn
Is
to
this
name
a-
learn to name your damn
I'm looking
devices.
this up right now. LG Lucid.
It's a big deal.
LG Lucid. Oh. Okay, so first of all, it's ugly. It's one of these 4x3 phones.
But I don't care what it looks like. Learn to name your damn devices. Like, I hate the name HTC Thunderbolt. I fucking hate it.
Wow.
I hate the name Samsung Galaxy S3. It's fucking stupid. I hate the name iPhone 5. It's fucking unoriginal. Learn to name your phones. Just hire me. I'll work for like 35 grand a year and just name all of your devices. New iPad? What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay, quick question. If they're
What
not
would you
gonna,
call it?
If they're not going to call it the
iPad 3!
No, wait. If they're not going to... Wait, but iPad 3 is unoriginal. If iPhone 5 is unoriginal, so is iPad 3.
No. The reason I fucking hate it is because they went iPhone, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 3G, iPhone 3GS, which I don't even want to get started about that. iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPhone 5. They went iPad, iPad 2, the new iPad. Where the fuck did that come from? Left field.
No, that was just...
Name it the iPad 3.
I can...
Continue on with your scheme. Either continue on with your scheme or don't name it the iPad 2.
Let's think for a second. When did the new iPad come out?
March 2012.
This year?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you're right. So...
I saw this photo on Reddit the other day, by the way.
I actually feel that the new iPad thing was a direct Jobs thing.
You know what? I hate to say this, but I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
I feel so much that it was a direct. This is my complete guess, but it feels like a Jobs, like we're getting past numbers and we're just gonna call it the new iPad.
Then why name the second iPad the iPad 2?
No, that's what I'm saying. Once they got to the 2, I think that was after the point where Jobs was just like, it doesn't matter anymore. We're just going to call it the new iPad.
No, call it the iPad 3 then. You have to. Either follow the scheme
Hey.
or don't have the scheme at all.
But
You don't need to yell.
This is after hours. I can do whatever
the funny
I want.
The funny thing is that they've officially gotten off that train, and now
after the iPad 2.
Now the new iPad, the iPad 4
the iPad Retina
generation,
iPad Retina,
the iPad with Retina display.
Oh!
The iPad with Retina display is like out there now.
It's oh my god, that name is awful.
It's a terrible name. I know.
What the fuck, Apple? You know what pisses me off even more? The Nexus 4. You have the Nexus 1. Then you have the Nexus S. Then you have the Galaxy Nexus. Then the Nexus 4. Where the hell this train track doesn't connect in any way?
At least it is the 4th Nexus phone.
But there was the Nexus 7.
How is it the fourth Nexus phone?
It's not.
No. No.
You have Nexus 1. No, because you have
Nexus 1, Nexus
one,
S,
Nexus
S.
1, Nexus S, Galaxy Nexus, Nexus 4. There was a
Nexus
fourth
Yeah,
Nexus
there's
4.
Okay.
4.
But you went Nexus 1 and then jargon, then Nexus 4.
Right.
What? Like, come on.
Wait. But does it sound like Google for them to have like their naming scheme down? Like Google just kind of
No, because it's just like it's common sense to just get your naming scheme right.
Dude, but that's not Google. They're like they fly by the seat of their pants. Like they don't know what they're doing.
That's what I like about Samsung. This is the one reason I really like Samsung.
Galaxy
because
S1,
you have the
2, 3.
Galaxy S, then you have the Galaxy S2, which they were, and you may try to like flame me on this, but I'm going to defend exactly what you want to say, because there was a Captivate, the Fascinate, and whatever the other one was.
Yeah, but it was the same phone.
It was still the Galaxy S2. It was the carrier that branded it the Captivate and the
that
Fascinate.
was all carrier.
That was carrier side.
BS.
It was still the Galaxy S2. Then the Galaxy S3 came out, and you have the Galaxy Note, you have the Galaxy Nexus, and you have the Galaxy Note 2. They're all completely different lines, and Samsung does it right. Motorola with the Razr and the Razr HD and the Razr HD Max Pro 4. Razr HD Max. Don't put more than 2 words in the name of your phone. Don't. When you have to go, hey, what phone is that? Well, it's the Razr HD Max Pro.
But Nick, it's the first full screen phone.
Come on, Nick, get with it.
Have you seen those commercials?
Yeah.
No, shut up.
It's the first full screen phone.
I'm raging right now in my brain. Oh my god.
But
Nick,
those Motorola phones are full screen.
They're not. What else isn't full? Name me one phone that isn't full screen. Right. Point made.
I'm glad you made that point because I was trying to make that point myself by asking you this question.
No other phone is not full screen.
Full screen is a
Motorola.
BS term.
That was the worst concept ever created.
You know that what I'm talking about, that specific
Yes.
ad where he's on the train and
Yes.
he's like
it's a full screen phone.
It's the first full screen phone. What the hell does that mean?
At that point right there, whoever he was talking to should have just like taken their knife out of their pocket because he was on a subway, so therefore the guy he was talking to had a knife.
All right.
Should have just taken it right in the trachea and just cut it in half. Because if someone was like, hey, I got the Razr HD Max Pro for Verizon Wireless with Vcast video on it, and they said it's the first full screen phone, I would stab them instantly. I would before I even processed what they said, I would be looking for the first thing to stab them with, and then I would take that and jam it right through their heart.
There you go.
Because it's, oh god, like whoever is, like, it must be the same person in the marketing department for Apple, Motorola, and
No.
oh, they're all the same because they all just make up bullshit.
No.
Oh, it pisses me off.
No,
oh,
I actually feel like the people in the droid department are a special kind of breed of terrible.
Of mentally challenged.
Like, yes. Like,
oh my god,
terrible.
it hurts my brain. Like, okay, my dad has a Razr Max, like the first Razr Max.
Not the Razr Max HD.
No, because that's a stupid name. I don't mind the name Razr and Razr Max because they were 2 different phones, but at the same time, like, okay, they were 2 similar phones, but there was something that differentiated them, and that was battery life.
Right.
So Max, adding the suffix Max is completely understandable, but then just adding HD, but then increasing the processor, deleting the use of US or micro SD storage, and upgrading the battery does not deem the suffix HD.
No.
It should be it should be like the Motorola Razr 2 and the Motorola Razr Max 2 at least.
Right.
Or just come up with a brand new damn name.
Right.
Don't add HD to it because you didn't just upgrade the screen. Because that's when I hear Motorola Razr Max HD, all I think of is they updated the screen and Lucas is sleeping. Welcome to TechBuzzed After Hours.
To TechBuzzed After Hours. Lucas is literally asleep in his chair in front of the microphone right now.
Lucas.
Literally asleep.
This is your conscience.
He's literally asleep.
He really is. Holy shit. Holy shit. He's out.
A member of our podcast is asleep on the podcast.
He doesn't even hear us. He's completely asleep.
Yep.
Oh my god, I'm posting a picture of this on the Facebook wall. Oh my god. This is amazing.
This is really hilarious.
Oh, this makes my day. Oh boy. I'm not even like quiet. None of us are quiet.
No.
And he is just
not at all.
cashed the fuck out. Oh, that's going on Facebook. Oh, it's on the TechBook Facebook wall. Oh my god. This is great. Have you seen any good movies lately?
You know, I haven't been to the movie theater lately.
Well, all right. I should rephrase it. Have you seen any good movies though? Like, I mean,
have.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a new movie.
I watched a really, really good movie last night, and it was called Solaris
I have seen that movie.
with George Clooney.
Yes, that's a great movie.
That was a great movie. Yes, I agree. And I was actually skeptical. I was skeptical about that movie at first, only because I had read like reviews on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever.
Yeah, well, Rotten Tomatoes is iffy.
Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, both of them were like, this movie was like whatever. But I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna watch this movie anyways, cause space, cause
space,
exactly. It's a sci-fi movie in space.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it, and it was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I thought it was gonna be, based on the reviews, I thought it was gonna be a piece of garbage.
It's a good movie,
but it was like thought provoking and like on the same level of like. Did you watch Lost?
Or first
the
season.
End? Okay, so you never really saw the end. It was thought-provoking. Well, all right, I won't go into that. But it was thought-provoking on many levels. Let me put it that way. And I really enjoyed it. So I'm always looking for like a new good sci-fi movie to watch. That's basically like my criteria. Like,
have you seen Primer?
No.
What?
No, not at all.
Watch it.
Primer?
It's
On Netflix?
Primer. It's about...
It is Primer.
Yes. It is the only time travel fiction, and I'm talking books or movies, you will ever need to see or watch.
Okay.
It is like they seriously like handle it better than any other piece of fiction, time travel fiction.
All right. That's cool. I'm into that.
Oh, I loved it. Oh, I've seen it a million times. You need to see it multiple times though, because it's like
it's sad dense.
The storyline is like spaghetti. Like if you just took a big handful of like cooked spaghetti and you just like threw it at a wall. That is like the plot line in Primer.
Okay.
So
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I love it.
Sounds good.
I'm adding this photo right now.
But yeah, I've found that really the only movies like that I seek out these days. Like, granted, there's always the movies that I kind of want to go see at the theater, which I do. But the only movies I seek out, like whether it's through illegitimate methods or not, are like sci-fi movies. Like, I've been really like trying to find really good sci-fi movies lately.
There haven't been many.
Well, I mean, like, I'm trying to find good sci-fi movies in general, like from all spans of time. 50s, 60s.
I don't know much.
Whatever. I mean, yeah, it's what I found is actually that the problem is I've seen most of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, I've seen 2001. I've seen Alien. I've seen Blade Runner. I've seen Predator. I've seen
You've seen the good ones.
Like, there's the
worthwhile ones.
There's a lot of other ones, but I've seen them all. You know, and it's like it's tough because sci-fi really has only been around as a genre for a very short amount of time.
Right.
Like good sci-fi movies. And it's hard to find really good ones. Like, they're few and far between. A lot of people have made a lot of garbage sci-fi movies, but
there have been more garbage than there have been good.
Right. But to find a really good sci-fi movie is really hard. And that's why I was so pleased when I found Solaris. I was like, yes.
That's a great film.
I was like, I was not expecting a lot out of it. I was like, this is going to be hokey and whatever, just based on reviews. But Solaris actually like made me really happy.
All right, Lucas needs to wake up.
Yeah, he does. He needs to join this conversation.
Take some of mine. Just
okay.
I added too much. Lucas.
is so out.
Wake up.
I'm so tired. It's not even funny right now.
We posted a picture of you falling asleep on the Facebook page.
Nick did that.
I did.
I right now could walk over to that couch right now and pass out.
Well, you passed out on that chair, so we would assume that you could pass out on the couch. Because I have a photo of it. So
Good.
TechBuzzed After Hours. We're gonna get you engaged now, so you can wake up. What should you drink to wake up?
Nothing. I really don't know. I am so beat right now because it is 3:00 in the morning right now, and that is after a time change, so it feels like 4.
I don't even feel that.
I feel it. I feel like death.
I think we should talk about something personal.
Oh.
Talk about your
Like what?
system of choice.
Talk
in
about
terms
something
of-
personal.
Talk about your system of choice in terms of
OS.
no, not necessarily operating system, but like computer, like your build of choice that you have. You have to possess it. Like Ryan, go ahead.
Well,
Then Lucas, you're next. So
I
keep
mean, my
awake.
computer I have that I use most of the time. I mean, basically all the time now that I gave my other Dell laptop to my brother Paul is my MacBook Pro March 2011 model. And it works great. I run
give me some specs on it.
Oh shit.
Let's hear some specs.
About this Mac.
I think we're gonna finish with the specs because Lucas is asleep,
passing
so,
the
yeah.
fuck out. I have a 2.2 gigahertz Intel Core i7 on this bad boy. 8 gigs of 1333 megahertz DDR3. And an AMD Radeon HD 6750M with a gig of RAM in the graphics card.
Okay.
So, this computer, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I can throw Diablo 3 at it. I can throw Mass Effect 2 at it. I can throw Mass Effect 3 at it. Although it's not the smoothest experience on Mass Effect 3. It's not like 60 frames per second or whatever on Mass Effect 3, but it's pretty nice. Like I've gotten through that game on this computer. So it's pretty nice. So that's my build. Moving
All right,
on.
Lucas, build your favorite build that you have.
I really don't have a very good build right now that I'm a huge fan of. I guess I'll just go over the build I have in my bedroom. Just my standard desktop that I play games off of. It's got a GTX 570 in it from Vega, superclocked, along with a AMD Phenom 2X4 975. Decent chip. Fast enough for everything I do. And then I think I've got 16 gig of memory on it. I don't know the data rates on it at all right now off the top of my head, but then the single most important thing ever, get an SSD.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's
Agreed.
very important.
But yeah, it's that computer runs everything I ever throw at it. It's awesome. Love it. Running Windows 8.
I have a laptop running Windows 8, but my primary machine of choice is my custom-built desktop, which has a Phenom 2X4 975 Black Edition, which I've overclocked to 4 gigahertz, and it's liquid-cooled. I have an AMD Radeon 6970. It's a 2 gig card, and I think it's made by Sapphire, actually. I thought it was MSI, but it's Sapphire. I've got 8 gigs of HyperX RAM, 64 gig SSD. I've got a MSI motherboard. The works. Pretty decent monitor, but Yeah, that's my favorite build that I have. I've also got a little server that I've been running at my house that is just like an XP based server. That's all right.
Oh, XP.
But it's a server. It's like Windows, like it's like
Oh,
Windows
XP.
It's like Windows Server 2003.
Like you don't need it to do much.
it's Windows Server 2003. I mean, it works perfect.
You just need it to serve.
Exactly. It's perfect. So
Right.
with that, does anyone have anything else to add for the After Hours today?
I just want to add one more thing. A
Sure.
topic we didn't really get to in the main podcast.
Oh
this
yeah,
week.
yeah.
There's lots of topics.
I don't
want
want to touch. I don't want to go deep in depth on it real quick, but
Thank you.
the whole Lucas Arts thing and Disney acquiring them,
Ugh.
people have been freaking out on it. But I'm gonna make my point real quick, and then we're gonna dust off. You should not freak about LucasArts being acquired by Disney, because that's probably the best thing that could have happened to LucasArts, because LucasArts has been run by George Lucas, who is the single worst person that ever happened to the LucasArts franchise.
George Lucas is a lazy fat bastard.
Because George Lucas, I have a controversial opinion about him. Basically, George Lucas was never a good director ever. Star Wars Episode 4 was a fluke. Star Wars Episode 5 was directed by, help me out, RoboCop director Irving Kershner.
Yeah.
Was directed by Irving Kershner, who is a fantastic director, and that's the reason that Episode 5 was so good. And then in Episode 6, you got the freaking like Ewoks. That was thanks to you, George Lucas. Kitty element being implemented all over again. Basically, what I'm trying to say is George Lucas was not a very great director from the get-go. He's
a money-hungry fat bastard.
George Lucas had a fluke with Episode 4. Irving Kershner really made Star Wars happen, like hardcore.
Yep.
Like he kept it going with Episode 5, and Irving Kershner, like God bless him, I think he's dead now, but like he made an awesome Star Wars movie. And beyond that, Episode 6 was amazing, but it also had Ewoks instead of the originally planned Wookiees, which was supposed to happen in
which
that
should have been.
movie.
It would have been more violent.
It would have been more violent.
It would have been great.
And it would have been more hardcore, and that's what Star Wars needs, because as we clearly saw in Episodes 1, 2, and 3, that's what severely lacked in those episodes. Like more hardcore, more high stakes movies. So in conclusion, world, be happy Star Wars is out of the hands of George Lucas now, because he's a single person that ruined it. Period.
However, if you are an avid KOTOR player, do not rejoice, because not only did Disney acquire Lucasfilms, they also acquired LucasArts, which is the video game department of Star Wars, or the Star Wars franchise, which means Knights of the Old Republic will be no longer. Well, it won't. It might not be no longer, but it won't be good anymore.
It'll be a Disney game. Which
it won't
means
be good anymore.
Not so great.
But if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, rejoice, because you're gonna get lightsabers up in that bitch.
That's right.
And if you're a Disney Princess fan, rejoice, because Princess Leia's up in this bitch.
Obviously, the most hardcore of princesses ever.
Yeah,
just gonna throw that out there.
She's the only Disney princess who has killed somebody.
Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. Sorry,
she's the only Disney princess who has killed somebody.
Wait, who did she kill?
She doesn't set the gun to stun, and she kills that stormtrooper in Episode
6. Wait,
5 or 6.
Are you talking about when she's at the bunker and then, like, she's got the gun?
When she's in prison on the Death Star, and they escape, and she gets the blaster.
She escapes, and she's just like, "Give me that," and like
and she
shoots a couple people.
and shoots a couple stormtroopers, and the gun was definitely not set to stun, and she kills them.
Cinderella ain't no cold stone killer like Princess Leia.
So
I almost said cone stoled killer. I'm slurring my words. That means it's time to stop this shenanigans.
This is TechBuzzed After Hours.
Good night.
After hours.
That's a great way to end it. This is TechBuzzed After Hours. Go to bed because it's way too fucking late.
Good
night.